Rickey Smiley Morning Show. The most funny in the morning. It's the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
Hey, good morning, everybody. It's time to get our day started. And to open us up with a prayer is the Stellar Award-winning Kelontae Gavin. Good morning, Kelontae.
Good morning, Rickey Smiley and the Rickey Smiley Morning Show family. I am Kelontae Gavin. And family, let's start our day with your morning prayer. Father, I thank you. Oh, you're so good. Thank you for this day that you have made, God. I pray, God, for every entrepreneur. I thank you for every business owner. I thank you for those who are sitting on ideas and gifts and talents, and low self-esteem is trying to cripple them and make them think that they're not called, that they're not chosen, that they're not gifted, that you have not given them a purpose to utilize the gifts that you have placed on the inside of them. So I pray, God, that on today, that a greater awareness for who you called them to be will wake up. Thank you for every individual that's sitting on an idea, an invention, or a plan. God, you are not just a God who's our creator, but you're a God who sees the creative. So I pray that just like, God, you were able to sculpt the world that we live in, that you were able to give the sun a day shift and the moon a night shift, that you'll look at your sons and daughters today and empower them to be who you've called them to be and utilize the gifts that you've placed on the inside of them. Thank you for every creative under the sound of my voice. I pray that you bless their businesses, bless their insight, bless their ingenuity. I pray, God, that you'll bless their creative talents and that you will open up doors to them and afford opportunities that will change the world. The businesses that we construct in, the banks, the government, the school system, their families and their life. God, you are amazing and I love you. And thank you for this special prayer today, not just for all of us, but for those who are creative and entrepreneurs. Bless their businesses. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. Thank you so much, Rickey, for having me, man. Hey, family, do me a favor. Go and download my new single, At the Meeting. Stream it, download, and purchase it. I love y'all. Peace.
News headlines.
Entertainment. Sports. It's the front page on the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
14 after the hour. What you got this morning, Alfredas?
Well, Rickey, it's Wednesday, May 13th. Here's what's going on in the news. President Trump sparked backlash yesterday after insulting MS Now reporter Akela Gardner after she questioned him about his White House ballroom project that has ballooned from $200 million to more than $400 million. Listen.
So what happened is we have a ballroom that's under budget. It's going up right here. I've doubled the size of it because we obviously need that. And we're right now on budget, under budget, and ahead of schedule. I doubled the size of it, you dumb person. It's double the size. You are not a smart person.
I would love to be a White House correspondent.
How the hell is she not smart? You double the size of it, and then gas prices are up, and then you got a whole war going on.
Yeah,
you know, he's a freaking idiot.
I just can't believe he would say that to her. Like, this is the president of the
y'all
United
shocked?
States.
Wait a minute. Let me ask you a question. Why is everybody shocked? What do you expect?
I'm not shocked. I would
expect?
I would be fired.
We expect ignorance from someone that's ignorant.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Rickey, the renovations for the reflecting pool, which he wants to change from gray, the original gray to blue, have also far exceeded early estimates. Trump is also criticizing Fed Chair Jerome Powell over costs tied to renovations at the Fed. Now, this isn't a one-off. As you said, it's not something we're not used to. Trump has a pattern of publicly attacking the role of free press and black female journalists in particular, including Rachel Scott, Yamiche Alcindor, Abby Phillip, and April Ryan. That Trump soundbite, Rickey, makes you miss the days of old when we had a president who was actually presidential. Speaking of, former President Barack Obama was a sight for sore eyes when he made a campaign stop in Austin yesterday to boost Democratic Senate hopeful James Tallarico and gubernatorial candidate Gina Hinojosa ahead of November's midterms. Now, the trio visited an Austin taco restaurant, encouraging Texans to head to the polls. Tallarico is trying to flip a Texas Senate seat for Democrats for the first time in more than 3 decades. And in South Carolina, Republicans hit a roadblock in their effort to redraw Congressman James Clyburn's district when 5 GOP lawmakers actually broke ranks and voted with Democrats against the plan. The proposal would have reshaped the state's only majority black congressional district, currently represented by Clyburn, who's held that seat since the 90s. Ahead of that vote, though, President Donald Trump had asked Republicans and urged them to push the map through, praising similar redistricting efforts in Tennessee. So Clyburn called the proposal a threat to democracy, warning it was about politicians changing the rules when they don't like election results. For info on these stories and more, go to RickySmileyMorningShow.com. Now, here's a look at sports.
Rock T, the sports genius, is in the building.
What's happening, ladies and gentlemen? San Antonio Spurs bounce back and beat the Minnesota Timberwolves 126-97 last night. They lead the series 3-2, led by Victor Wembanyama with a cool 27 points. Detroit Pistons, Cleveland Cavaliers, Game 5 is tonight. That will go down in the Motor City. Sad news, man. Jason Collins, he was the first openly gay NBA player. He made that announcement back in 2013. He's been battling brain cancer, where he just passed away. Lost the battle of brain cancer. He was 47 years old. Memphis Grizzlies forward Brandon Clark died at the age of 29. He was found dead from a possible drug overdose. Narcotics were found at the scene and no evidence of any foul play. They're still investigating that situation. Man, 29 years old.
Man.
At the top of his career in the NBA. Sad, man. Y'all keep the family in prayer. That's what I got for my sports report. Brat, what you got coming up next in the hot spot?
Man, you can't go against Beyonce. I'm going to tell you what happened. I got the details up next in the hot spot on the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot.
So hot and that's hot.
You can catch me at the hot spot.
It's the BR18.
All right, 29 before the top of the hour, time for the hot spot. What up, Brat?
What up, Ricky? Good morning, everybody. I'm your girl, Brat Tat Tat, and this is the hot spot where we bring you music, movies, and more. So let's get on off into it. Well, y'all, the Georgia man accused of stealing unreleased music and confidential tour materials connected to Beyonce has pleaded guilty to entering an automobile with the intent to commit theft and criminal trespassing. Kelvin Evans waived his right to trial and was sentenced to 5 years. Under the sentence, he will serve 2 years in prison, and the remaining time will be completed on probation. Authorities said several valuable items were stolen from the vehicle, including jump drives containing unreleased Beyonce music, show plans, and a MacBook Pro laptop. The missing digital files reportedly included unpublished tracks and sensitive production material that was tied to her tour. Investigators connected Kelvin Evans to the crime using surveillance footage and vehicle tracking evidence. So I wonder, did they get the stuff back, though? That's my question.
Probably so.
You think they got the jump drive and all that stuff back? Okay.
Yeah, but he needs to do time and stuff.
Definitely
and just fact that you just can't trust anybody. Somebody give you an opportunity.
Right.
Give you an opportunity, and that's the only thing your way to repay them and thank them is by screwing them over. So normal.
Yeah.
Right.
It ain't like it ain't nothing we ain't used to. Right? All right, y'all, moving on. The New York Times released a list of the 30 greatest living American songwriters, and they did not include Beyonce, which is absolutely crazy to me. But on the list, there are greats like Stevie Wonder, Jay-Z, Taylor Swift, Missy Elliott, Lionel Richie, Mariah Carey, Dolly Parton, Young Thug, Babyface, The Dream, Kendrick Lamar, Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis, and several others. But you know, the curators of the list received comments from fans wondering why Beyonce was kept off the list, and here's what they had to say.
Craig wrote, Beyonce left off because? Did her style of collaborative songwriting count her out? Her last 3 albums, Lemonade, Renaissance, and Cowboy Carter, are genre-bending American classics. Be interested in the thought process of the judges, please. I think of Beyonce as a curator and an executive producer.
And performer.
And of course,
performer.
The performer.
Obvious, like
right.
the performer.
The performer
of
the moment. She is Frank Sinatra plus Kanye West. Kanye West famously, infamously uses ghostwriters.
Oh. So she uses ghostwriters?
She's a great performer, not a good writer.
She writes too, though.
Yeah, she does.
She does. Yeah, I'm so confused.
She don't need to be validated by them. She's one of the greatest of all time, and
that's
will go down
true
in history as one of the greatest of all time, no matter what.
On everything, performance,
everything.
Singing, yeah, all of that.
Big hips, everything.
Come on now.
And you know what else? Even hearing them, the people who came up with the list, I don't believe them anyway, just hearing their voice.
They sound like they some haters,
right?
Yeah.
I don't believe you.
Oh, my God. Let me get this in real quick, y'all. It is graduation season, and Queen Latifah brought HBCU pride, humor, and hard-earned wisdom as the commencement speaker of the graduation ceremony for the class of 2026 at North Carolina A&T this past Saturday. She encouraged the graduates to believe in themselves, And Queen Latifah told the grass that she only had a few minutes to offer life advice, and here's what she had to say.
Be delusional enough to call yourself something that the world hasn't called you yet. Be brave enough to walk down a road that no one else can see but you. Find the people who believe in you and rock with them. Let them be the wind beneath your wings.
Yes, sir.
And of course, get your own crown and rock that damn thing.
Come on now.
Goosebumps, girl.
Good.
Goosebumps.
Good.
Yes, Queen Latifah, that's what I'm talking about. And while we on the topic of school, y'all, 2 Chainz is a proud dad. His daughter Heaven graduated from high school with a 4.0 GPA, and she is on her way to Harvard University in the fall. And here's how he felt his baby girl's accomplished.
A lot of things in my lifetime. I mean, I've done so many things. I've accomplished so many goals. It's my first time. I had a child that went to the same school for 12 years and graduated with a 4.0 and going to college. Out of all the stuff I done been doing my whole life, this is at the top. You know, give me a reason, man. Shout out Heaven, man. I love you, baby. I love you. I know you watching my stories.
Come on now.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's awesome.
Oh, my goodness.
Congratulations.
Congratulations. Well, for more information on these stories and more, you can go to RickySmileyMorningShow.com, and you can catch me on all my social media. So Brat. Coming up next, we got Rock T with that HBCU. No, who we repping today, Rock T?
Ricky the Tat, we're going to holler at FAMU today, man. Coming up next on the Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Now you know.
And if you don't know, now you know.
HBCU. What up, man? Oh, yeah, it's time for another HBCU. No, we going to always put a spotlight on our heroes and sheroes that attended or currently attend our historically black colleges and universities. Let's truck it on down to FAMU. Established in 1887. Home of the green and orange Rattlers. Shout out to the Marching 100 marching band, baby. Let's talk about one of y'all's former students, Mr. Will Packer, an award-winning producer with a wide variety of projects on his slate. He's produced movies like Girls Trip, Think Like a Man, Straight Outta Compton, Night School, Ride Along, and so many others. He's also a New York Times best-selling author, and he's the first black producer to preside over the Academy Awards, for which he received an Emmy nomination. And that's not it. He graduated from FAMU magna cum laude, and he's also a minority owner of the Atlanta Falcons. But I ain't got to tell you all of his story. He can tell you himself. Will Packer, show your rattle of pride, baby.
What up, y'all? It's movie producer Will Packer. Let me tell you something. I went to an HBCU. I am a proud graduate of the Florida Agricultural Mechanical University. I will tell you now, you can get anywhere from an HBCU. That foundation has absolutely changed my life. I love my HBCU. You grow so much at an HBCU because you remove this element of feeling like, okay, you're an other. You're not other. You're centered. And when you're centered like that, you can really grow in your purpose. I promise you, I found my voice right there at an HBCU.
Our brother Will Packer, another proud HBCU alum of FAMU. If you didn't know, now you know. HBCU, though, is brought to you by One Voyage 2026. It's a party with a purpose. Supporting HBCUs, go to onevoyage2026.com to book your cabin today. HBCU, no!
Dating outside is getting expensive. According to a new report, the average date for millennials now costs $252 for one date, while Gen Z is reportedly spending around $205 per outing. So the report says stuff like dinner, transportation, entertainment, and even grooming are all adding up, with a lot of people saying dating is now interfering with their financial goals. Some people are even scaling back to stuff like coffee dates, park walks, and home-cooked meals to save money. Now, you know, dating is typically a time to get to know somebody, you know, somebody new, but is it getting too expensive to do that now, Ricky?
Man, have her come over there and make that girl some pinto beans and cornbread.
Come on, dog.
You know everybody can't cook like that.
Yeah.
They have to learn. You can Google it. They Google everything else. They can Google. You can doggone go to YouTube. All the recipes on YouTube.
You think that's going to make her happy?
Absolutely.
But here's the thing. I'm not going over to somebody's house on a first date. Like,
Exactly.
I need to, I will go on a coffee date.
Even if the parents there?
They're going to want to go to a
Well,
restaurant.
yeah, but if you're a millennial, you like 30-something. So if you live with your parents, that's a whole other
That's
story.
a problem.
That's a problem right there.
Right.
I mean, you can save money. You got money in the
That's
bank.
true.
You prepare for marriage.
That's true. Yeah, I mean, you do have a point, but I just think, like, I don't know, like a park date, like a picnic, that would be so romantic.
Hey, the walk in the parks are game changers, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I took a girl on a picnic. Had a blanket, had, Target sold them little picnic baskets. I went and bought one when they got some stuff from Subway and put the blanket down and had a very nice time.
Super cute. But you know what I think, too? I don't know, but when I was younger, I wasn't getting hair done for every date. Nails. You got makeup is expensive. All the things. You got to have a new outfit for every date. I think that maybe, I know females.
Roll your hair up before you go to bed.
Roll it up.
And calm it to the back and push
Ain't
them down
nobody
curls
doing
back
that.
in there. Yes, they
Ain't
need
nobody
to.
do that. They want to go eat. They got to get their hair done. Come on, if it's a special date and they going out on a date, they want to be impressive too. They ain't going just to be going. They want to look nice too. So they want
My
their hair
grandma
done,
made
their
sure I
nails
was
done. They
full
want an
before I
outfit.
left the house.
That's right. And as for makeup, he'll go to CVS and Walgreens and get you some makeup. You don't have to go to the
Wait, you just saying do it at home?
at the place. Yeah, do your own. Girls need to learn how to do their
Still gotta
makeup.
pay for you still got to pay for your clothes.
Y'all got too many places.
If you go by
You
the,
still got to get your nails done. You got to make sure you fly for the day.
Right, they can go
Stop
to Wet
by-
Seal and
stop
get a
by the
whole
damn
outfit.
Anybody going to no wet seal? Y'all
stop by the funeral home. They'll beat you up real quick. They
Thank
be
you,
getting them
man.
bodies out of there.
Oh my God.
There's a young lady going around telling my friends and her friends that I ghosted her after our first date, which is absolutely true. However, I feel like the full truth needs to be said. And first I have to say that she was absolutely gorgeous, wonderful personality, and had the voice of an angel. But her breath smelled like horse ankles and responsibility. I would rather rejoin the military and get tear gassed every single day for 1 month than to endure smelling whatever was stuck behind your throat. If you're my friend or her friend, I hope you're watching this and find some sympathy on my side of the story.
Hold it. He's half man, half woman. It's Gary. I wanna hip you to the teeth. It's Gary, baby.
Say, Gary, good morning.
Good morning, Ricky. Good morning, America. Good morning to you. It's Wednesday, a beautiful, beautiful day in the neighborhood. And here's what's happening in celebrity news. This celebrity made a public speech out a while back ago, honey, letting the world know that he will no longer be doing this thing. And here's what Mr. Jamie Foxx had to say.
No more white girls.
Yes, Jamie Foxx made a statement, honey, to the world that there will be no more white girls. Well, according to TMZ, Mr. Foxx is being reported that Jamie Foxx's girlfriend, Miss Alcee Huggerstep, is indeed pregnant with their first child together, and she's definitely a white girl, y'all. This is so touching, y'all. Now, they're saying, y'all, the couple who famously took a break, honey, in January before finding their way back to each other late last year are reportedly several months along. Now, they said while they're keeping the due date and the baby's gender under wraps for now, the joy is clearly a high in the Fox household. Now, they're saying Jamie and Alcee, honey, journey hasn't been a straight line, but it's definitely been a supportive one. Now, the beginning there saying that they were first spotted together back in 2022 at the premiere of Day Shift. Now, the health battle, they're saying Alcee, she was notably by Jamie's side, y'all, throughout his harrowing 2023 medical emergency, which he recently, y'all, detailed in his emotional Netflix, which had people, and what it was titled, y'all, What Had Happened. Now, the reunion, they're saying after a brief split, y'all, at the start of 2025, the pair reignited their flame last summer, with sources saying, y'all, they realized that they were meant to be after everything they had faced together. Y'all, isn't that so touching, y'all? This is beautiful, but this is why they tell y'all never say never because never is such a long, long time. And, you know, it's just something about those beautiful
Never
European
is a
women.
long time, though.
Huh? What
Never is a long time.
It is a long time. So when Jamie made that announcement, they're saying black women all over the world are living as of today. When they heard this report that it's being announced that he is now with a woman of non-color and she's pregnant. After all these women spend money to go see him after this, that near.
Well, he can't get all them pregnant. All the women that spend money can't get them all pregnant now.
Well, he could have picked 2 of the Africans of America in the crowd, honey, and impregnated them then, so it wouldn't be so bad. But I feel so bad for these women, honey. I would request, something. It would have to be done.
No.
What got to be done?
Reparations? What you want?
Something, honey. I didn't sat there and made that announcement, and here these women feeling like maybe they could have an opportunity with this African American man.
They came to see him perform. They don't want no baby by Jamie Foxx.
Well, they didn't need him to say about honey, no more white women need that at the beginning of his doggone thing, honey. I mean, that's insult to injury, number one. And
he
my
was just
thing,
playing.
Well, he better not. Well, honey, it's all on tape.
It's
and
jokes.
that never goes away. It ain't no damn joke.
It's jokes.
You know what is interesting?
I don't care what it is. That wasn't no joke. When you say no more white women, when you got a lonely black woman in the crowd that would love to be with a man of Africa that's sitting, particularly him, and you gonna say something like that, honey, I would be.
She should file a lawsuit, shouldn't
she?
she?
Should file a lawsuit. That's right.
Oh, Lord.
So, but anyway. It's sad, and I feel bad for these women that were there, honey. But anyway, congratulations to Jamie, honey. And his
If he's happy, that should be all that matter, right?
I don't know if he's happy or not, honey. If he was happy, he would have been happy with the first 2 white women he was with. But, honey, they got... but anyway.
Don't do this, Gary.
Moving on. In other celebrity news, y'all, honey, as the son, honey, of an NBA superstar. Now, this is the story I love to report. Bronny James, y'all, has grown under one of the brightest spotlights, honey, in sports. Now, he's the oldest son, y'all, of LeBron and the beautiful Miss Savannah James. And they're saying he spent much of his time, y'all, balancing expectations, family legacy, and his own ambition in basketball. Now, you know, back in 2023, he suffered a cardiac arrest, y'all, during the work at the University of Southern California. They said, but Bronny later returned to the court after undergoing treatment, y'all, for a congenital heart defect now. But nevertheless, move on and on and on. It's being reported, y'all, that he is madly in love, y'all, with his beautiful girlfriend of African-American descent, and her name is Miss Parker Richards. You know Parker Whitfield. She's the beautiful daughter of Sally Richards. Y'all know Sally Richards, and y'all know her dad, honey, the guy from The Cosby Show, honey. So they're saying that they're madly in love. They met at the Sierra Canyon School in California, where he played basketball, and she was part of the softball team. Such a great story, y'all. Now, they're saying, y'all, that Bronny and Parker, y'all, they confirmed their relationship when she posted a heartfelt tribute to Bronny on National Boyfriend Day. They say since then the two have shared snaps and affectionate moments on social media, including for Valentine's Day, y'all, birthdays, and their anniversaries, y'all. This is a touching story. I mean, this is nice, you know, to come after Jamie Foxx's story after he sat there and told people all these lies, and I'm glad now that Bronny and his beautiful Parker are together. Now, if y'all don't know his dad name is Dondre Whitfield. He helped Kevin Hart, John Travolta, and so many other stars, honey, do work and produce different movies. And her mom is Sally Richardson. Y'all know Sally, honey, you know, she played on A Low Down Dirty Shame, The Great White Hype, and I Am Legend. So she comes from great parents, and he comes from great parents as well. And they're teaching them well before Black History Month that this is what you should do to get you a nice, beautiful girlfriend that kind of resembles you, and, you know, don't put it out there in the press. And
they got to do a Black History Month in this journey.
That's why I say they put it out there before then to let you know that they're in love.
A year away.
They're in love, and that, you know, they're not, you know, going around lying saying I ain't gonna date no more white women and stuff like that. So I'm glad that Bronny is with
that thing triggered you this morning.
It triggered me because he lied. Jamie Foxx lied to us. We were rooting for him.
The sun has his place up in the sky.
Somehow that tied back into Jamie Foxx with Bronny James and Andre Whitfield.
But nevertheless, y'all, congratulations to the James family.
NBA and comedy, I don't know.
It's just a beautiful thing, though, y'all. So y'all catch it on the way home, honey. Now that said and did, y'all know what time it is? Yeah, sha-la-la-la. Sha-la-la just comes right on time, honey. The color today, honey, is one of my favorite color. My color today, y'all, is jet. On the high end, you say jet, and on the low end, you say beautiful black. That's your color for today.
Y'all give it up for Gary with the team.
Yes.
Gary, thank you. That was a beautiful color. We appreciate you always.
Show.
All right, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Wake up, R-I-C-K-E-Y. Here we go.
Wake up, wake up, wake up. It's time to get yourself together. Get it together. He woke you up this morning. Slid you in your house shoes. Go and be better. Wake up, wake up, wake up. Encourage each other and be productive. The Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Wanna know where you calling from? So come on and tell us. And just wake up.
Good morning. This is Rosalind calling from Charlotte, North Carolina, 105.3 FM. And I want to wake up all my Tara's mothers. I just celebrated my birthday on Mother's Day. And Ricky, you going to stop ifing with Gary, okay? Love you all. Wake up, wake up, wake up.
Good morning, Ricky and the morning crew. Sha-la-la. This is Buffy Thomas calling from Fort Lauderdale, Florida. I want to shout out my coworkers at Coastal Waste and Recycling Pompano Beach. Somebody cover my garbage route because it's my birthday and I'm on vacation. Wake up, wake up, wake up.
Tuned in, locked in. What's yours? 'Cause we gon' let them know. Let them know this. City, wake up. Columbus, wake up. Cincinnati, wake up. Wake up, wake up, wake up. West Palm Beach, wake up. And Greenville, wake up. Come on, Jacksonville, wake up. Wake up, wake up, wake up.
Appreciate it, Brat.
You're welcome, Ricky.
All right, coming up next, y'all, I got the good, the bad, the what the hell Wednesday. Coming up, you don't want to miss it. Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Already, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Hey, listen, man, it is about that time for the good, the bad, and the what the hell Wednesday. 29 before the top of the hour, y'all. So, Alfredas, we're going to start out with you with the good news.
Okay, Ricky. 2 police officers are being praised for saving a man's life on the Gold Star Bridge in Connecticut after using compassion instead of force. A man was suicidal and perched on a bridge more than 100 feet above the river, but he told officers he just wanted a hug. So one of the officers calmly promised him a hug if he climbed down. The man then climbed down, got the hug he wanted. This whole thing safely ended the standoff in less than 2 minutes, and the man was transported to a hospital for mental health care. Wow. Sometimes we just need a hug.
Good stuff.
Sometimes you just need a hug.
Yep.
Yeah, that's so important. A lot of times you see people going out there, you just don't know what they're going through. Right when you think you got it bad, somebody else's situation is worse. So we just want to keep everybody that's out there, you know, don't have a place to live, keep everybody lifted up in prayer. You just don't know what they're dealing with. It's a lot. So we just thank God. That's why my grandma said, I thank God for my mind. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So some people do need a hug. So if they let you hug them, hug them. All right. So appreciate that. That was a good story, Alfredas. Yeah, now, because we got to switch right on to bad news. What you got, Kay?
Okay, I don't even know how bad this is, but it is wild. So a 28-year-old woman in New York City got busted for trying to go back to high school. Seriously. Now, she was arrested and charged with identity fraud because she allegedly pretended to be a teenager and enrolled as a student. Now, the police are trying to figure out why this grown woman would do this and how she was able to pass as a student for 2 weeks. Now, we'll let you know what happens when she goes before a judge.
Yeah, what the heck, yeah.
You want to play somebody. She want to go back and play a sport or something.
Them free lunches. that pizza on Fridays, them sloppy joes.
Chocolate milk.
That Friday pizza get me back right for real.
Yes, boy, when I tell you, boy, you can tell when they don't have the special ed being there screaming when they out of chocolate milk. They'll let you know, let the whole school know it ain't no chocolate milk.
What they say, dog? What they say?
Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Use your imagination.
You're on the other side of the camera talking about, well, no more chocolate milk.
No more chocolate milk for the day. Cause that white milk with that pizza, man, golly, you can't eat that white milk with them sloppy joes, man. Your stomach will explode. You have to have chocolate milk. They run out of chocolate milk on Fridays is a problem, but they gonna let you know because you know they have lunch on first period.
Don't do it.
Drink some water.
Mr. Smiley.
Don't nobody want no water. I that water fountain. All right.
Okay.
All right, Brett, you got the what the hell news?
I do, Ricky. A Maryland man is headed to federal prison after prosecutors say he helped sell fake nursing diplomas and bogus transcripts to people trying to get jobs in healthcare. Now, according to the U.S. Attorney's Office, 55-year-old Patrick Nwoku was sentenced to nearly 2 years behind bars after admitting to a massive fraud scheme that helped untrained workers pose as licensed nurses. Man, investigators say the operation involved fake RN and LPN diplomas from a now defunct nursing school in Virginia and Florida. There's 2 of them. Prosecutors say some buyers paid as much as $17,000 for fake credentials, then used them to apply for nursing licenses and healthcare jobs. Officials say that the scheme put patients at serious risk because people who never completed proper medical training were allegedly able to work in healthcare settings. Federal prosecutors say the scam caused more than $1.5 million in losses. What the hell?
Yeah, that's why I'm not going to be going to all these little doctorate ballroom programs. You know, everybody, Brat, that's the new thing. Get ready for it. They're gonna be calling you for
do
the,
what?
The honorary doctor.
Oh, no, they do that.
Everybody having them.
Yep, don't do it.
They run
don't
a damn lunchroom or ballroom, boy.
Because you're the person that people coming to see.
Coming to see.
They selling the tickets because of you.
And you sitting in
Tell
there.
me they want to honor you.
Oh. Man. Oh, yeah, that's a new
that
gig.
happened. It ain't new. It happened to me a couple years ago. I done flew all out to California, got the hair, makeup, nails, all that stuff done we talked about earlier. Got there, and the people, they thought I was performing or something. I was like, what is this? They said they was honoring me. I don't know what it was.
Man.
Roxy, where you got your doctorate from?
It's a scam. Oh,
don't do that.
Oh.
Every weekend, just to see
All ready, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Hey, chicken and waffle mix going down with John Lion on the ones and twos. Hey, man, what up, baby boy?
I'm good, man. You don't know that there's a Wednesday on the mix, man. And of course, hit me up on the gram at JAH Lion Sound.
JAH Lion Sound. Hey, appreciate you, big dog.
My pleasure, man.
Hey, let me get a cash out, man. Cash out your boy $20, bro.
Yo, things rough, man. Rough out in these
Why wouldn't they give me some chicken nuggets, man? My card declined, John.
Man, what?
Come on, John.
Yeah, you got a platinum American Express.
Yeah, whatever. You know, they make you pay all that at one time. You can't even pull that out. You ain't finna pay half of that. No, dog. Absolutely not. Let's see where your boy at. All right, Black Tony, what's up, man? Where you at?
Hey, Cuz, you think it's a game? Hey, Shady, you think it's a game? But what I had told you about yesterday, you think I'm just talking crazy. But this not no game, Shady. I'm off on some real. I'm on a real new mission right now. This might be the end of my career on as a radio person.
So you resigning from radio?
Hey, Shady, I'm finna do this thing for real. But in case y'all, case y'all missed it yesterday. Let me tell you what's going on in the world of Black Tony right now.
All right.
What have you done? You done got yourself into some trouble. But you're living in the hood, money low, you ain't got no bread. Call Black Tony, kind of like a law firm. We don't have no degrees, but we can get you out of trouble. Our lawyers aren't licensed, but they could talk a good game. It's Black Tony, kind of like a law firm. Hit him on his celly at 1-888, not legal. That's 1-888, not legal.
Hey, come on, boy. This ain't no game out here, but I'm out here helping the community, boy. I'm trying to do this thing for real, Shawty.
What you do? What do you do? How do you help people?
Shawty, we help folks out who got problems, but they can't go to the regular lawyer firm like Ben Trump and
so you go to court. You go to court with people.
Yeah, we go to court, Shawty. If you got a slip and fall, if you go to court, if you get hit by a bus, anything, huh?
All right, so Rock T slip and fail. How do you present your case to a judge? Go.
Shawty, I'm glad.
If I'm the judge, what are you gonna say when you go to court? Go.
Cause before we even go to court, Shawty, we specialize in settle out of court. I got a young man right now. What I had help on the listen to him.
Say my name, Polo. I had dropped the water bottle in the grocery store, slipped. Black Tony told me to go back in, lay on the floor, and he went to get the manager. Now I'm going to the chiropractor, and he said we're going to hit for 8 or 9 bands, split 50-50. I'm walking away with 4,500. Appreciate you, Black Tony.
Come on, Shawty. Come on, cuz. Ain't even went to no courtroom or nothing. Just went on there and told them folks, Shawty, we gonna sue y'all ass if y'all don't give me some money. And guess what? This boy finna get 4,500 on the come up, boy. The money young coming to his Zelle tomorrow, Shawty. We finna get this. So what is you saying, Shawty?
You specialize on settling out of court. That's your thing.
We trying not to go to court because we ain't got no, all that little paperwork and all that. But we might have to go to court.
Law license. You ain't got no law license.
Yeah, that part. But we got a legal off it, though. We got a law off it, though. I told you I signed a lease on it yesterday. And look, on that, let me tell you, I signed me and your name on there because I needed somebody that had a real job that could be on the lease. But look, Shawty, this all them folk want. Rick, listen to me, Shawty. It's only $3,000 a month. All them folk want is for me to give you they say we need a picture of Rickey Smiley to put in here because the lady a big fan and she want a life-size picture to put in front of the office. And it say Black Tony kind of like a law firm sponsored by Rickey Smiley. So look, Shawty, I just need a life-size picture. I just need a life-size picture.
And so that's the only client you had. Y'all done split up that 8 racks and gave $4,500. That's it so far.
Oh no, outside of they've been blowing me up since yesterday. But since they heard that commercial, them folks been blowing me up. I'm gonna have some more there tomorrow.
Really?
Yeah. So no more radio for you. We just promote your law firm.
And me and your law firm, cause you on the lease, and we need your picture up in the front.
Yeah, marriage is like having cable with just one channel. Same shit I'm on every day. Like, damn, I love you, but I want to see another movie. You got to hang around other married people too. I hang around my boy. He been married for 6 years. The nigga videotaped his wedding day, never watched it. Now every day he watch it every day, but he watch it in reverse. Because he said he loves seeing himself take that ring back off of that big finger. Walking back down that aisle, just waving at her ugly ass mother down the church. Getting back in the limo, back at the bachelor party. Look how happy I was. I ain't smiled like this since I married that bitch.
Earthquake in the building.
Hold it. He's half man, half woman. It's Gary. I wanna hip you to the T. It's Gary, baby.
All right, 7 minutes after the hour, Gary has the tea and the Collier of the day. Gary.
Good morning, Ricky. Good morning, America. Good morning to you. It's Wednesday, a beautiful, beautiful day in the neighborhood. And here's what's happening in celebrity news, y'all. You know, there was a slogan that a mind is a terrible thing to waste, y'all. That's the United Negro College Fund. And a lot of people are saying, y'all, this is very touching, and a lot of celebrities need to get this line and share it with their kids. In particular, y'all, Kim Kardashian and her beautiful daughter, which I don't know why they're attacking her, Miss Northwest. Now, Northwest is only 12, and they're saying, y'all, that she struggled, y'all, to answer some questions, you know, at the Rolling Out Loud event. Now, they're saying that there's a video showing y'all the 12-year-old aspiring rapper Northwest struggling, y'all, to answer questions after her set, y'all, at Rolling Loud in Orlando. Now, in the video, they said that a streamer asked North, honey, what she thinks about the new streaming rules. And Miss North said, honey, she had no clue, honey, what he was talking about. Then they said, honey, North also drew a blank, honey, when the interviewer asked her to name her favorite streamer. She said, I don't really like watch streamers like that.
What?
Baby.
What's wrong with that? Maybe she
There's a lot wrong with it. That's what's wrong with these celebrities. Now they got their kids being little stars at the age of 2 and 3 and can't read good. She should be in school, Alfreda's learning and stuff. And when people ask her a question like that, she would know how to answer the question, honey. Now they say they say she lip synced her performance with the 21-year-old rapper Miley Santana at the Rolling Out recently. Now, the footage, y'all, of her performance went viral. They said the comments are brutal. Now, they say fans asked, why would a mother expose an awkward minor to adult situation that she's not prepared for? And that's what I'm talking about. Northwest is a child. She needs to be learning her ABCs, honey, instead of out there trying to rap and carry on like her daddy and what have you. So
I'm sure she learned her ABCs, Gary. She just probably was nervous.
Oh, you nervous? I bet you her chick ain't nervous.
Yeah, but sometimes you're nervous when you're in front of people and they're interviewing you, and you may feel uncomfortable or anything, and you might say the wrong thing or not say nothing at all.
And that's what she did. She said nothing at all, honey. She should have just said no comment and walked away. Instead of saying, I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what that is, honey.
Well, that go back to what you saying, Gary. She is only 12.
But, Brad, that's not a good excuse. Honey. That girl making too much money to not know what she's up there doing. I feel so bad for the public who paid money to see her.
Gary, I'm sure they got to see her.
They paid money to see this child, honey, and then when she get time to do an interview, she didn't know what to say, and I feel bad for her. But I understand, though, Brad, though. I mean, she probably was nervous and what have you, but we're going to keep her lifted in prayer. She needs to do like Blue Lily does. I mean, Blue Ivy does, honey. Blue Ivy, honey, just smile and keep walking, honey. But, you know, Beyonce and Kim Kardashian, I guess they're totally different people. But congratulations to Lil Northwest, honey. She's going to be an aspiring rapper.
That's right here, Gary.
Moving on.
Thank you.
Brett, you're going to love this story, y'all.
Oh,
it's
God.
being reported, y'all, that, honey, they say, don't forget about us, honey. Who is that? Mariah Carey and Anderson .Paak, honey. They're saying a rumor that they rekindled their romance, honey.
There you go.
Just after a movie day. Now, they say Mariah Carey seemed to be stepping back, baby, after Anderson .Paak, honey, after he was spotted, honey, lip-locking with Miss Jeannie Mai. But they say Mariah Carey and Anderson .Paak may be, honey, an item again, despite the silk-sonic figure alleged lip-locking session with Miss Jeannie Mai. Now, y'all know who Jeannie Mai is, huh? She's the ex-wife of
Jeezy.
Of Jeezy, yeah. Oh, she's beautiful. Now, they're saying y'all the iconic singer was spotted leaving a movie date hand in hand with the talented artist in Los Angeles. Now, they say Mimi was seen, baby, tiptoeing, baby, in heels as Anderson, honey, led her to a ticket counter and
doing
then
too
down
much,
the escalator.
You're doing too much. They just friends. Friends can't go to the movies.
Well, they were supposed to be allegedly more. Your friends go to the movie.
Okay,
honey,
well
but,
then that's what it was. I'm telling you, that's what it was.
But
They
I
are
wouldn't
not
take no man
together.
back after he was kissing
They
Jeannie
were
Mai,
never
allegedly.
together.
Who?
Mariah and Anderson .Paak.
They were never. Are they just friends?
Yes, they're just friends.
Oh, honey, but she was tiptoeing. They said, baby, honey.
She walk on the tiptoes. Even when she take her shoes off, she walk on
really?
the tiptoes.
Oh,
yeah.
She tiptoe to the ticket
She
counter.
tiptoe
then, huh?
everywhere. Yeah.
All right, Miss Kerrigan, you better tiptoe back in that man's life. But nevertheless, they said
she don't need that man. She don't need nobody.
Yes,
don't
Lord.
do that. They not together. They are not together.
Confirm it,
Girl,
Brett.
they
They're
said the
friends.
pair first sparked rumors back in 2024 when
Of
they
course
shared
they
the
did.
romantic
Anybody she
dinner.
seen with, they try to say she with him.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my God! But they say Anderson was spotted kissing Mariah's hand, honey, at the table while she rested
What
her
man
arm
wouldn't kiss her
against-
hand?
I wouldn't kiss no
Of course,
woman
of
hand
course
if
you
she ain't
wouldn't.
mine.
You don't want them.
You ain't never kissed booty
So
in
you
James'
don't
hand.
want- but that ain't a woman.
No, I ain't never kissed his hand, Ricky, but he kissed
He
mine.
only kissed a woman on that prom day when he smashed that girl.
Brad,
Oh, yeah.
I sit there and expose
That's when
me.
you kissed him.
Gary,
Nevertheless.
Gary, that girl did an interview. She said you tore it up, Gary.
That was, I promise you, Ricky. Ricky!
Okay,
That was AI. Ricky! I'm finna go to the damn cover. Don't do that.
Gary, you said it was AI?
That was AI, baby.
It wasn't no AI back then. That was the 70s.
That was AI, honey. But anyway, we gonna pray, honey, that Mariah and Anderson are just friends, as Brad said, honey, and we know they
We
love
don't have
each
to
other.
pray for that. They do love each other. They're friends.
Well, Brad, I'm friends with a lot of people, but I don't love them.
What that mean?
I'm just not friends.
He don't know. Go ahead,
He
man.
don't
What's the
know.
color?
Go ahead, please. Sha-la-la your ass on this.
And y'all know that said it did. Y'all know what time it is. Thank you, Brad.
Oh, God.
Yes, sha-la-la-la-la, Brad. Sha-la-la-la-la, Mariah. Sha-la-la-la-la, Anderson. The color today, honey, is one of my favorite color. My color today, y'all, is jet. On the high end, you say jet, and on the low end, just say beautiful black. That's the color for the day, honey. Y'all can tune in later, honey. Y'all can get the rest of the story on.
That's a beautiful color, Gary. What? And on the low end is what?
It's black, Ricky.
It's black.
American.
Beautiful color. All right, y'all give it up for Gary with a T if you would.
Health, happiness, and hope. It's Wellness Wednesday on the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
All right, y'all, every Wednesday on the Rickey Smiley Morning Show, hey, we got the one and only Dr. M.J. Collier in the building to answer all your medical questions, man. Dr. Collier, happy to have you. You took me down through that last week, man.
Well, Ricky, you know, it was time for your annual comprehensive physical exam, and you know we go from the rooter to the tutor. So we make sure that we check
Sure
you
did go
out.
to the tutor. Big LeBron James knuckle.
And Ricky was like, well, I wasn't expecting all of that. I'm not ready for it, etc. I say, Ricky, we got you in office now. Let's do everything we need to do to optimize your health. We have a partnership to keep you healthy, keep you on the radio, my brother. So I'm so glad that you came in, and I'm glad that that you were acceptable to a comprehensive physical. And so that was good. We did full blood work panels on you that included a kidney evaluation, a liver evaluation, total cholesterol with the good and the bad, and also your blood count. Make sure you weren't anemic. Prostate exam and prostate PSA blood testing. So you got it all, and we declare you born again healthy. So you good take care of yourself. So that's good.
You heard it said, Brad, born again healthy.
Born again healthy.
Yes, I heard
Thank you,
him.
man.
I'm next.
All right, there you go. Okay, Brad, we looking forward to you. Okay,
Right.
so Ricky, I'm compelled to talk about what's in the news headlines, the hand-to virus. Should we be concerned about it? Yes, we should. Now, these disease states used to be regional or, in certain parts of the world. But with air travel now, we just, an 8-hour flight away from something being exposed and brought to our continent. And that's kind of what we've had with this situation. It was first noted to spread on a recent cruise that had been on that cruise, brought the virus on the cruise. One of the passengers was already sick when they came on after being exposed to rodents while doing some walking in the woods, basically. So we're going to talk about that. People are now doing spring cleaning and headed outdoors, creating opportunities for exposure. So the hantavirus is a severe, sometimes fatal respiratory disease. You usually don't get it from people. It is spread by rodents, especially deer mice and white-footed mice. Now, the virus resides in urine and feces or droppings of the mice. When it dries up, it creates a dust that contains the virus. That is the problem. So let's say, for instance, you've had rodent exposure in your garage or in a shed, where you keep your lawnmower or something, and you see it and you start sweeping it up. And so what you do, you aerosolize those particles that contain the virus and you breathe it in. So if you see signs of mice, don't just grab a broom and start sweeping. The symptoms can start in feeling like the flu. You get fever, headaches, and muscle aches, especially in the large muscles like the thighs and the back. But after about 4 to 10 days, it flips and gets real serious. You get shortness of breath, air hunger, like you just cannot get enough air in. And if you're experiencing that, you need to get to the emergency room immediately because the death rate is 50% fatality. So half the people that get it will ultimately succumb to it. So prevention tips. If you see signs of droppings, don't vacuum or sweep them. That just puts the virus in the air. So you bleach it down. You use disinfectant or a mix of bleach and water. Let it sit there for a minimum of 5 minutes. And then after that, you remove it, hopefully by not just sweeping. And also gear up. This is an opportunity you need to put on gloves and a mask. So bring out all those old masks that you had back in the COVID days. They're still good. They don't spoil or wear out. And then put those on when you're cleaning. Seal any access points to your home with steel wool and caulk. And then, you want to make sure that you're not being exposed because the South American variant or the Andes virus, that can spread from person to person. Now, traditionally, the regular, if you will, hantavirus doesn't spread from person to person. But the Andes variant, which has been confirmed on that cruise ship, can be spread from person to person. That means that person is coughing or wheezing or doing something like that, and then they cough on you, then you got a problem. So we need to make sure
about travel, Dr. Collier?
Absolutely. And then, so this is the opportunity again. If you see, and Ricky says this all the time, if you're on a plane and somebody's coughing or hacking, pull your mask out. Don't be shy about it. And then discreetly spray around your seating area and even their seating area. And then take it from there.
Okay. All right. Let's go to the phone. Show with Dr. Collier. Good morning.
Yes, my name is Kim. Just wanted to ask the doctor, is there any natural remedy for people that suffer from epilepsy?
Epilepsy, again, is a disease state, and that's basically where you have seizures, and we don't know why. There are several etiologies for the seizures. Epilepsy is a kind of a name that covers everything. I call that a hoop skirt diagnosis because, it can be anything from inflammation of the brain to a brain tumor, and we just don't know until you get what I call the $1 million workup. That means CT scans with contrast, MRI with contrast, and they do all of that, and they find nothing of substance or significance, yet you're still having the seizures. So again, natural anti-inflammatories like vitamin D, omega-3 fish oil should be staples in your diet. And Ricky, one of the Dr. Fauci just came out and said the supplement that he recommends most to boost your immune system and decrease inflammation is vitamin D. He says he takes it every day and recommends that other people do that. He didn't really recommend anything else other than vitamin C. But that was pretty incredible, for him to come out and make that statement. And so, so Dr. Fauci induced vitamin D to decrease inflammation and boost your immune health.
All right, there it is. You're with Dr. Collier. Good morning.
Yes, the hantavirus, what is it? What are the causes, and what should we do to take precautions?
Okay. So again, it's a virus that can be spread from person to person if it's the Andes variant, which started in South America, but now has been brought to other parts of the world. But it's also in the United States and in a lot of other places, and it's brought upon by being exposed to rat droppings or urine that's dried. And once that happens, you breathe it in and you get exposed to the virus. So we talked about what to do to prevent those things. And the treatments are basically supported. There's no vaccination for the Hunter virus. And so you just have to be treated and supported. If you have an air starvation, you get oxygen and things to improve your pulmonary function, and you just have to get through it, which can take as little as 14 days and as much as 4 to 5 weeks.
All right, that's good stuff right there. Hey, if y'all want to talk to Dr. MJ Collier, you can hit us up at 866-9-RICKY, 866-9-RICKEY. I'll be taking more of your phone calls on the other side. More Dr. MJ Collier right here on the Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Hey, we got the one and only Dr. MJ Collier on with us. You can get at us 866-9-RICKEY. Hey, let's waste no time. Go to the phones. You're on with Dr. Collier. Good morning.
Good morning. This is Melinda from Vegas. I have a dark spot on the front of my leg that's sore to the touch, like if I'm getting a pedicure or whatever and they're massaging. And I was told that that could be inflammation. So I would like the doctor's opinion about this pigmentation issue and if it's related to inflammation. Thank you.
Well, absolutely. A hyperpigmentated lesion on the any part on the skin needs to be evaluated, particularly if it's tender to palpation. I mean, you touch it and it feels sore, you have an awareness of it. So that needs to be evaluated. Go to your primary care doctor, let them look at it, and possibly a dermatologist to make sure, because there are skin diseases like melanoma that you have to be concerned about. Now, if you have gray fingertips, and if you smile and your gums are not pink, they're gray, then it could just be pigmentation that you have, and it doesn't mean anything. It just can happen. So that's just the way that you can be. So you need to make sure that that is not the case, though. The key thing is that it's tender to the touch. That means it's inflamed. So anti-inflammatories such as vitamin D, omega-3 fish oil, turmeric, curcumin, all those natural things that you can take that can help with it. But over the counter, I would try Motrin, Advil, Aleve, one of those to see if that gives you some relief at all. But at this point, I'm concerned about it, so I think you need to at least have it looked at by a doctor.
There it is. You're on with Dr. Collier. Good morning.
My question for Dr. Collier is, I have a history of pancreatitis, but I haven't had a flare-up in a long time. But now I'm actually in a hospital right now, and they talk about taking my gallbladder out, but they're saying that it's not an emergency. So what would you say I should do?
Well, the two things can be related because there's a plumbing system with the gallbladder that goes directly to the pancreas, but it may be totally unrelated to your pancreas. You could have elevated pancreatic enzymes or elevated problems. Your gallbladder can be inflamed without you having gallstones. So if they're recommending that you get that, I would say go with it because you have control of the situation now. You're not in acute distress. If you have a flare-up of the gallbladder called cholecystitis, that's a medical emergency, and then your outcome is going to be different. It's going to take longer to heal. It's going to take you longer to get over it. So if they come to the point that they're recommending removing the gallbladder, then that's probably something you need to consider, but you do have time. So it's not like you have to get it today. You can think about it, see how your symptoms go, and take it from there. The gallbladder removal is a common surgical procedure. It's not minor, but they can do it laparoscopically, which means they don't have to open you up and give you that vertical scar across your abdomen, which is actually like a 45-degree scar that's disfiguring to the abdomen, for lack of a better way of putting it. Now they just go through your belly button and make another one or two tiny incisions, and you can barely tell that you've had the operation. But taking your gallbladder out changes your life from the perspective of when you eat fatty foods, you can have a condition called dumping syndrome, which gives you immediate onset of severe explosive diarrhea because you don't have enough bile, which is what's necessary to digest fat. So you have to monitor the amount of fatty foods that you're eating, and you quickly learn what to eat and what to avoid. But you can't go to the buffet at Golden Corral. It's not going to work out for you. You won't be able to make it out of the door at the conclusion of your meal without having that symptom.
Oh, that's good stuff. You on with Dr. Collier? Good morning.
So I had a question about Sjogren's disease. I was just diagnosed with Sjogren's disease, and I was trying to see basically what you would recommend as far as seeing a specialist or anything that I would need to do.
Okay, Sjogren's is an autoimmune disease process that can be a part of a variety of different autoimmune diseases, and so your special care needs to come from a rheumatologist, someone who specializes in that type of disease state. And your symptoms can be mild or moderate or severe, depending upon where you have it and how it's affected. It can affect just the skin. It can affect your internal organs as well. So, again, the general problem, once again, like most disease states, is inflammation. So you need to be on a regimen of anti-inflammatory medications, which would include vitamin D at a therapeutic dose of 5,000 international units per day, omega-3 fish oil, and natural anti-inflammatories like turmeric and curcumin. Those are things that can be life-altering, but you're going to probably need some steroids and a few other types of treatments. With some of the new biological treatments that they have available, they can get this under control a lot better than they used to. And so drugs that weren't necessarily indicated for Sjogren's now would probably be available for you to take. So the rheumatologist is the person that you need to partner with to optimize your therapy so that it doesn't impair you and change your lifestyle.
Wait a minute, I think Sheryl Underwood just clicked in. Is she on the phone? I'm finna click in, Sheryl. Wait a minute, hold on. I don't know how to work these phones. Sheryl.
You tried to put her on three-way. She was like, no, thank you.
Sheryl.
Yeah.
Sheryl.
Yeah. What?
Well, you cut up so bad. Good morning. Good morning to you, my dear friend.
Good morning.
Hey, Sheryl. Hey, Sheryl, you think I got a shot now that you done did Kevin Hart's roast? You think I got a shot now? Can me and you go on a date?
Sheryl Underwood looks so beautiful on Netflix. I just couldn't take my eyes off of her. I was like, oh, man, that glue was working.
I mean, she was giving some sexy Zeta Phi Beta love all through the screen. Hold on. We got Dr. Collier. We're gonna give you information on the other side. More Dr. MJ Collier, and then we got Sheryl Underwood coming up later, y'all. Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Already Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Hey, 11 minutes after the hour, y'all. Listen, the roast of Kevin Hart is now streaming on Netflix, and joining us today is a good friend of the show and one of the roasters. She also got roasted herself. Comedian, actress, the one and only Sheryl Underwood. Hey, we saw you represent Zeta Phi Beta Sorority Incorporated. What up?
Well, listen, I stay fighting, but Ricky, I might have needed you by my side the way they was coming after the big dog. You know what they say? You shoot at the queen and you miss. Now I got to pop you back. But I appreciate the people standing by my side. I appreciate that.
Man, Sheryl, you killed it. I mean, people been, let me just ask you, have people been blowing you up since then?
Oh, absolutely. And let me tell you really what happened. You know, Jermaine, that's with Earthquake, Jermaine, that's owns Mr. Henry's in Washington, D.C. Yeah. So we took the meeting with Netflix, and then Netflix offered me one night at the Ice House in Pasadena. Right, so I got into Netflix as a joke for one night, and then me and Kyle Irby, who's on my I Need a Job tour, we took the date to do it, and it was just one night on a Wednesday night. So then I got a call, and I got to thank Chris Spencer, Ian Edwards, Kevin Hart, and Netflix for offering me the position on the roast. So then we go to Ted Sarando's house for the comedian brunch, and everybody was there. Wanda Sykes, Lou Nell, Eddie Murphy, Dave Chappelle, everybody was there. So I got a chance to meet Tony Hinchcliffe, who came up to me and said, "Sheryl, this is what I'm going to say about you." He didn't tell me the exact jokes. He told me the topics. He said, "What you think?" I said, "They better be funny." Because I'm from the old school, the Pride Club roast, playing the dozens with y'all. You know what I'm saying? Black funerals, right? So he told me what he was going to say. Then Shane Gillis called me and said, "This is what I want to do." I said, "Shane, my favorite Western is Shane, but what you going to say?" He said it. I said, "They better be funny. I'm going to pop you like Doc Holliday in Tombstone," right? Yeah. So when they did what they did, right, I'm over there with a pen and a piece of paper going, "Oh, I'm going to get you. I'm going to get you." I'm going to get you. And Chris Spencer, Kyle Irby, Vanessa Graddock, all of us coming together. And then Kevin told me, do what you do, Sheryl. So that's when I hit him. And I said, if you say anything that sound like, you ain't going to make it out of Inglewood alive. And that's when everybody stood up and cheered.
Oh, my God.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Sheryl, did them jokes about your late husband make you feel some type of way, even though they asked you first? That's kind of like, I was telling everybody here, that's kind of like deep and below the belt. But then Special K was like, ain't no below the belt and no roast. Like, I don't know. You got to have a thick skin for that. How you feel about that?
One, that they came to me with respect. Okay. And two, you're right. In a roast, there's no limit. And what I told him is, you ain't got to worry about me because I give you the Jack Benny.
Come on now.
I give you the Jack Benny. I might look off like, who you talking to, right? But I said, you got to deal with the culture. You got to deal with the street. You got to walk out of here. But here's what I want people to know. What it allowed me to talk about was men, black men, and mental illness, right? And yes, they do that type of humor, and they making big money. That's why I said, thank you for bringing back words that we've been using, but we got canceled for using it. Y'all getting paid for using it. That's why it's freedom of speech. For everybody mad that they did George Floyd jokes, you should be mad. You should be. That's the reaction we want, for you to be mad. And then for all the Charlie Kirk people, you better look the other way. Why? Because he did a George Floyd joke, and Pete Davidson on our side does a Charlie Kirk joke. What's my point? Comedy is alive and well. Now we need to educate the people by doing jokes about gerrymandering, doing jokes about a guy that's in the office that has dismantled all the levels of protection and power. That's why I'm coming with the podcast, Politics and Punchlines, and my tour is still the I Need a Job tour, because right now, everybody's talking to me, but I still got to work like most Americans out there. So thank you, Brat, for understanding that me as a widow, it hurt me that my husband is dead, but just like black people, we laughed and joked at my husband's funeral. That's what heals the pain. But it was a little rough. It was a little rough, but I also understood this was a roast.
But Sheryl, Special K, look, we just so proud of you because, you're a friend of the show, you're a friend of ours, we love you. You took those hard shots, you took that mic, and then you killed your set, you represented. Everybody knows that the roasts are harsh, they're disrespectful. A lot of the social media critics are saying that it was too much, it was too offensive. How do you address the people on social media who maybe just don't understand and they're saying they went too hard with the racial stuff? How do you address that?
Well, right now, those of us that understand, remember it used to be the Friars Club. It used to be Bob Hope. It used to be Sammy Davis Jr. People were roasting with love, but they hit below the belt, but not that low. Well, nowadays, the roast is the lowest, the hardest you can come. But if you know what you're doing, you can come back harder on them. Now, you want to hear me talk about, like when I do my nightclub set, I'll be at the New Orleans Comedy Room in New Orleans this weekend, the 15th, 16th, 17th, grand opening club. Terry Hodges booked me at the Crowfoot, Pontiac, Michigan, May 22nd, 23rd. And then I'll be at Stand Up Club in Bellflower, California. Well, what am I saying? When you see me live, it's just as offensive. It's just as bigoted. It's just as profane. What's happening now is just being aired. It's an art form that's being aired. And for people in social media, if you understand the Friars Club roast tradition, you only roast who you love. And, you can go too far. You might get popped physically. I don't do that. But what I liked about this, we showed we could all come together and perfect the art form of humor in America by roasting. But you're supposed to not like something. You're supposed to get offended, and it lets you know if you've gone too far as a comic. What you want to say, Ricky, baby?
No, I'm just saying I feel bad because I had you all to myself on the Tom Joyner cruise. I could have smashed, and now your ass done blew up on this roast, and I feel bad because I can't even brag about like I hit that. You know what I'm saying? I can't say that. I can't say that. You know what I'm saying? That bothers. Yeah.
Ricky, listen to me. After the roast, you could have got it because I needed some love.
You was vulnerable, wasn't you?
Yeah, I was vulnerable. That's right. I was standing up vulnerable. Ricky could have got it. He could have got it that night. It would have been on and popping.
Boy, when I see you again, I'm gonna beat the brakes off of Sheryl. Just give me one more chance.
Beat the brake, knock the wig off. You need to do it.
Ladies and gentlemen, y'all give it up for Sheryl Underwood. Love you.
I love you back. Support my gospel place. Can I call in and tell you about the gospel place? And the
come on now. You ain't got to ask that. You know. Yeah, I got you. We'll make that a whole interview by itself. Love you, Sheryl.
Okay, love you back. I'll see you later.
Rickey Smiley Morning Show, baby.
News headlines, entertainment, sports. It's the front page on the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
All right, y'all. 28 minutes after the hour, y'all got your front page right here. Alfreda's good morning.
Good morning, Ricky. It's Wednesday, May 13th. Here's what's going on in the news. The Trump administration is being put on notice by Democratic members of the House Oversight Committee after a field hearing in Palm Beach yesterday focusing on the Jeffrey Epstein case. New Mexico Congresswoman Melanie Stansbury made something incredibly clear.
We demand that Pam Bondi show up for her deposition. We demand that Donald Trump release the Epstein files. We demand that Todd Blanche actually prosecute these crimes.
Former AG Bundy is scheduled to testify before the committee in Washington later this month after being a no-show for a previously scheduled deposition. And President Trump is taking heat, Ricky, after insulting MS Now reporter Kayla Gardner after she questioned him about the rising cost of all his White House renovation projects.
So what happened is we have a ballroom that's under budget. It's going up right here. I obviously need that. And we're right now on budget, under budget, and ahead of schedule. I doubled the size of it, you dumb person. Double the size. You are not a smart person.
No couth whatsoever. The cost of the White House ballroom reno.
Wait a minute. They love it.
Yeah.
Hold on. Start the music. They love it. Yeah. These white Christian nationalists, they love it.
Yeah.
And they think that's godly, and they are packed there at church every Sunday. Yeah. And they'll look at something like that and what he did and what he said and don't see no wrong with it. You just had a white pastor come out and said that Donald Trump knows more about the Bible and closer to God than the Pope, just because he disagreed with what the Pope said. They love it.
It's disturbing.
They love that kind of ignorant. Had Barack Obama did something or said anything or did 1% of anything that this man has done or whatever, it would be a race war going on.
Oh, can you imagine if Obama told a blonde, blue-eyed person that they were dumb?
Absolutely.
Stop.
He's dumb. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay.
I just wanted to say that.
That's okay.
Yeah.
For info on these stories, we're passionate about it because it's disturbing.
Bishop Paul Morton is right about everything he said. Period. Just go look at everything that Bishop Paul Morton said. He called out Paula White and the rest of these white Christian nationalists and then mixed up the American flag with the Bible, which one has nothing to do with the other. But that whatever you say.
For info on these stories and more, go to RickeySmileyMorningShow.com. Now, here's a look at sports.
Rock T, the sports genius, is in the building.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, the Philadelphia 76ers fired Daryl Morey, president of basketball operations. They keep head coach Nick Nurse. We're going to see how that plays out, man. I think they're going to shake things up a little bit. Former Dallas Cowboy wide receiver Michael Irvin. We know about homie right there, man. He shared a story about during his playing days when he was running an operation called the White House. And here's what that was all about.
The origin of the name, the White House.
We were doing some things. All things that were going on, all people that were in there happened to be white. It's like a White House over here, you know. Now, I'm going to tell you, so it's a true story, too. I remember, right? And I was headed to practice. I'll never forget. I was headed to practice, man, and I got a phone call. I looked down. It was Big Cat. Leon let us. I said, Big Cat, what's up, man? He said, man, you got to shut her down. We've been infiltrated. I remember walking in that office, man, Jerry said, hey, Michael, you know how I am. Just tell me the truth. so I could help. Because I was trying to do the wrong thing the right way.
That's a real statement.
He did that right there. He started laughing.
Yes, sir.
I was trying to do the wrong thing the right way. God, I like it. I like it.
Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot.
So hot and that's hot. You can catch me at the hot spot. It's the BR18.
Time for the hot spot. What you got, Brat?
What up, Ricky? Good morning, everybody. I'm your girl, Brat, and this is the Hot Spot where we bring you music, movies, and more. So let's get on off into it. Man, we enjoyed talking to Sheryl Underwood earlier this hour. Kevin Hart's Netflix roast is continuing to spark controversy, and now George Floyd's family is speaking out. Man, Sheryl mentioned comedian Tony Hinchcliffe's joke about George Floyd, and his joke is getting mixed reactions from the audience, y'all. Some people thought it was funny. Others felt that the comment crossed the line. Here's the joke.
You've done good, though, Kevin. The black community is so proud of you. Right now, George Floyd is looking up at us all, laughing so hard that he can't breathe.
No.
Oh, I didn't know it was a white comedian who did it.
Yeah.
Oh, that hits different.
It's not funny.
Yeah, that's not.
Oh, wow, no.
It's not funny.
And the crowd gave it to him. I mean, the crowd gave him, you know.
Oh, he can't do that. He's not part of the community.
Not George Floyd. He can't breathe that.
That's
that
awful.
made me just want to whoop his ass.
But on equal ground, they also gave They also did a Charlie Kirk joke too
How about just leave
about
them
his throat being blown out.
Oh God!
Yeah, but it's different. The context, the circumstances is totally different.
Oh wow!
You know what I'm saying?
That's
uncomfortable. And talking about the history of what black people went through and all of that kind of stuff, and then in everything that's going on in the environment that we are in now with the Trump administration, it's just not funny. It's not the time.
It need to be some stuff off limits. That's just my opinion. I know a roast ain't no limits, but that made my skin crawl. Like I didn't like that. I would have felt funny sitting in there. But anyway, if you miss any part of the show, y'all, you can check out the Rickey Smiley Morning Show podcast, available wherever you get your podcasts. And you can also hit me up on my social media, y'all, at So Brat. Coming up next, we got the White Stone with the Praise Mix Down. That's next on the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.